Good morning. I'm Candace. This is Fitness and Harmonies, Pilates to make a supple spine. So let's start with just a little movement. So rock side to side just to begin. So find your seat. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Come into center, push down into the knees, inhale through the nose. Exhale and practice the Pilates scoop. Do that a few times. What kind of movement is available around the waist this morning? We're looking for suppleness, grace, and confidence today, that we can move. And do you know what moves us? Well, yeah. So like when you left your chocolate or your coffee over there, that moves us. What moves you is your mind. So as you exhale, move the belly, but you do it with the mind. So the whole point of Pilates is to train the mind to move the muscle, to create a supple, lengthened, resilient, vibrant spine. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, lean up and over. Inhale, come up, stretch. Exhale, reach up and over. Do that again. Lengthen as you come up. Exhale through the mouth, pull the navel into the spine. Inhale as you come up, stretch both sides. Exhale, scoop the belly. Let's come up. We'll release the legs. My legs are all tied up. Grab a strap. You can grab the strap or the band at this point. Doesn't matter which one. And release the legs. That means put them out in front of you. I'm going to hold this strap so that it's a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale the arms down. Inhale, brace the abdominals. Exhale, scoop and lift the abdominals. We're doing Pilates today. Welcome, welcome. I know I've got you started quickly here. For a supple spine that's controlled by the mind. 2 more times. Begin to witness how the shoulders are feeling. What tensions are you holding there? Now hold the arms out in front. Now little pulses. Pull the navel in through the spine and then back up. So rock back a little, but really your exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Inhale nose, exhale through the mouth. So a little laugh, ha, ha, ha. The whole goal of this first practice is to generate heat, to generate warmth, just like you're starting to get the flame under the pot, to get the molecules of the stew or the water moving around a little faster. 3, 2, hold this one back. Inhale the arms up overhead. Now straighten the spine. So that means lean back a little bit and then bring the arms down. So we're going to inhale the arms up, exhale the arms down. Inhale the arms up, blow out, scoop the belly. Find a refuge in the abs. So when it starts to get hard, you start doing that shaking, rattling, and rolling, all of those things, you go, I don't know if I can hold on to this anymore. Find refuge in the abs. The abs will change over time through practice and hard work and dedication. The abs will become more under the control of the mind. Keep using the thread of the breath to weave your way into the refuge of the abdominals. Leave the arms down. Twist the spine to one direction, to center, and then to the other direction. So we're doing a lot of twisting today, and the purpose of that is to move the fluid that runs up and down the spinal column. Most of our nervous system is made up of like fat and water, those kinds of things, soft, very changeable, very adaptable things. Inhale, exhale, find the refuge in the abdominals. Remember, that's your resource. So we're prepping ourselves for a boat pose. A lot of us say boat pose is really hard. Yeah, it is. But we're prepping it by hardening the abdominals, by finding the strength that was there all along. 2 and 1. Let's leave the arms just a little bit up and then try lifting the legs, kind of like you're going to kick that strap. So lift and down. Now in Pilates, if you ever watch a Pilates class, of course this is Pilates, right? But you're not watching it, you're doing it. If you ever watch a Pilates class, there's a lot of stability, a lot of holding a pose gracefully. What does holding a pose remind you of? Yes, yoga. But Joseph Pilates got that not only from yoga, but also from animals. You know, animals, especially ones that are stalking, or even if they're hiding, they have to hold a pose for a very long time. If you've ever tried that, it's a hard thing to do. 3, so hold the pose of the upper body like a still statue. And 1, let's come over and off onto one side. Once you get there, hug this top knee to the chest. Take a deep breath that goes down the spinal column. Remember, I said that's mostly fat and fluid. Exhale and spread out. Spread out the energy. I'm going to turn this fan off. Now, if you can, grab the ankle. So you have the knee, you slide your hand down, grab the ankle, and then pull the heel back to the hip and dig the knee down. Whatever your endeavors are, it may be a very challenging thing that you don't think you can get through. You think the end is really far away. Like, I want to succeed at this thing, but it's a long, long journey. Chances are the end is closer than you think. And the energy that you've already put in helps you coast a little bit further. So our Pilates practice is emboldening. It's bolstering up that resolve that I am here now and I'm putting in the effort. So put in the effort now. Let's stretch the legs so that they're long, but they're slightly forward. So they're sort of at the front corner of your mat. Press this top hand into the floor, about chest level. The head should probably be down or maybe resting on something. I'm just lifting it so I can see a little bit better. Lift this top leg. Inhale, kick forward 2, point the toe, exhale, blow out 1. So a sniff, sniff, blow, sniff, sniff, blow. So for this exercise, I want you to invite yourself into the rhythm of the breath. So it's sniff, sniff, blow, sniff, sniff, blow. Almost like that's the most important thing here. Now layer upon that stability I just talked about. When you're watching this back, let's say you watch a video, your head's not bobbing, your hips not rocking forward and back, your side waist or maybe like your clothing around your waist is staying steady and still, and the spine is constantly elongating. So Pilates becomes a workout of elongating the spine and giving it suppleness. 3 more. Sniff, sniff, blow. Remember, stay with the rhythm for now. Now take that leg forward and hold. Point the toe. What we're going to do is lift the leg and tap down. Lift and tap and lift. So I'm going a little bit fast today, but I want you to think that my leg is like the elastic band. So I'm not hoisting it up and flopping it down. It's like bouncing, tap and lift and tap and lift. And so the more control you exert around the waist, the more control around the hips, the more you can control these big, long, powerful leg muscles. Sniff, blow, sniff, blow. Every time you blow, remember, abdominals wrapping around. So there's layers and layers of abdominal tissue. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that knee fall down. Twist the upper body. So stretch the arms out like a big letter T. And just enjoy that big long stretch on the fascia, weaving around the hip. Doing good today. I want you to come back into yourself for a moment. Maybe close your eyes. Find refuge now in your heart. You're doing the best that you can. You've turned the spotlight in and onto yourself. And you're absorbing the goodness. Every time we do an exercise, every time we talk about breathing, there's a benefit to your mood, to your sleep, to your physical body, and to your mental processing. You're not staying stuck in old emotions. So when we rest here and I say turn a spotlight inside, feel gratitude that I'm absorbing some goodness now, kind of like dessert, that kind of goodness. Now take this top leg and bring it back so your foot rests on the floor. But I'm still sort of, my body's at basically like a diagonal. Take the bottom leg, kick it forward, and then with the leg bone turned open, kick the heel up to the sky, the toe to the floor. Heel, toe. So the same bouncing pattern, lift and tap, kind of like Tigger, right? Lift and tap, lift and tap. But remember, abdominal control is exerted by the mind. So as you quiet the middle of the body. So now refine how you're controlling the middle of the body. When your leg goes up, your spine shouldn't flop down. In fact, nothing should be happening in your spine. So the difficulty in the inner thigh now, isolate that to the inner thigh. And you isolate that difficulty by a strong core. 4, 3, 2, lift the leg and hold, bend the knee. I'm gonna move this. Take your opposite arm, elbow to head, and then twist. Now you don't have to lift. Just lift the knee and turn the upper body. So the upper body is turning exactly like a screw. It's just turning, like you're rolling over onto your shoulder and back. But the body is ultimately twisting the spine. Inhale as you open up. Exhale as you turn. Inhale as you open up. We're looking for suppleness in the spine. So keep your mind controlling the muscles. The muscles don't really act on their own exactly. They have a couple of pre-programmed routines that they've gotten through experience. But ultimately, your mind, and there's so many different parts of your mind, too many to talk about, are in control. 3, 2, and 1. Wow. I want you to come around into child's pose. I'm going to take the knees a bit wide, the toes a bit in, the hips back and down, and then the chest and the head relax. Find the stretch wherever it presents itself. The mind shapes the body. So I was joking around when we began, is your mind scattered? Is your mind here? Breathe your mind into the shape. So we've been working on the body, we're working on the abs. Now breathe your mind into the shape you want it to be in. So things like quiet, peaceful, beautiful, flowing, relaxed, kind, content. 3 breaths to create those things. 2. Let's make our way over to the other side. So there's always a challenge here. And that challenge is, will I remember what I did on the first side? Some of this I have written down, some of it, most of it I don't. It's just coming out of me spontaneously. I think what we did was we grabbed the knee and pulled it into the chest first. Remember that your asymmetries, the things that are out of balance with you, your left shoulder, your right shoulder, one hip, one foot, that they are multiplanar. That just means it's not simple. It's not just simple as, oh, if I just put this one shoulder down, everything will be fine. Chances are there's something twisted. There's something grown a little bit forward or back or side to side, that they're multiplanar. So even our best efforts here with Pilates are only going to be so much successful. Grab the foot or the ankle if you can. Drag the heel into the glute while dragging the knee down and back. So until you feel that stretch, keep pulling, keep pulling. Slow, even breath now. So we're not always doing a Pilates breath, because even your mind, as fantastic as it is, needs time. Time for care. This is self-care. Sometimes this is a little bit difficult and you're saying this is a challenge, but this is the self-care that you're seeking. And your mind is creating your experience. So breathe in, breathe out, release any tension or worry or fear. You got this. You've been training your whole life for this. You've gone through much harder things than this. And I don't mean what we're doing on the mat. I mean the big this, the thing that's happening outside of your mat today. All right, we're going to take that. What are we going to do? We're going to take the legs out, release the legs, take them to the front edge of the mat, plug the top arm down. So the top leg, kick forward 2, point and float back 1. Remember, for this exercise, the side kick thing, your goal was to stabilize the spine with that inhale, inhale, exhale, sniff, sniff, blow. So you could put, a little cup of water on your hip or your waist here and it would stay. So more and more, now refine the holding. Remember, we're controlling the mind, right? Because we're choosing to. That's a conscious effort. I'm here. Nobody showed up here by accident. What is happening here? We're controlling the mind consciously so that what you think of as the subconscious mind, all those other things that affect your experience, are more and more under the direct control of the conscious mind, because that's where we want to be, right? We want to make good decisions. 3, 2, notice your bottom leg this time. You didn't notice it last time, did you? Take the leg forward and hold with the toe pointed. This is where we tap down, lift up, tap down, lift up. Remember, there's like a buoyancy, like a bobble. Down and lift, down and lift, down. It helps maybe to sing. There's nobody in your house, right? Go ahead. Squeeze the belly into the spine, but keep the spine elongated. Our overarching goal today is suppleness in the spine. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You don't have to go as quickly as I'm suggesting. You don't have to go nearly as big or as high, but whatever's happening in the leg is under the direct control of the mind holding the abs. The leg's working hard, there's no doubt. 4, 3, find the lower belly, squeeze into that strength there. And 1. Let's let that leg hang down, twist away, open up the chest, and relax. Okay, long, slow, rehydrating breaths, moving fresh blood and oxygen. One of the things that happens with aging is our bodies get worse at removing waste. So exhaling is one form of waste. There are chemicals, neurochemicals in our brains and proteins and things that we don't need. Like that's a part of the normal pruning process. But what happens is our brain stops removing those. And we call those things like dementia and Alzheimer's. But the basic tenet is that our bodies need to remove the waste. Roll back onto your side. Fold this top leg a little bit back so we're sort of at a diagonal. Kick this front leg or bottom leg forward. Now rotate that leg out, kick the heel up, tap the toe down. The same buoyant bobbling of the leg. Squeeze consciously. Remember I said that we want to bring what we think of as subconscious movement patterns to the conscious. This is happening in a multiplanar, in different planes. So it's not always so easy and obvious to correct what you're doing wrong. So keep refreshing, almost like you wipe the mind clean and start again. What am I doing with this leg? What am I doing with the foot? Is it actually doing that? How am I holding my abdominals? Where does the inhale go? What do I do when I exhale? Am I supporting my head and my neck? That's a lot. It's definitely a lot. Keep going. Buoyantly bounce. Buoyantly bounce the leg with the stability of the abs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, make your way around to child's pose again. Probably forgot something there. Again, I'm doing the wide-legged version because we work the inner and outer thighs very well. Long, slow, rejuvenating, restorative. What I said was we need to get rid of the waste. The byproducts of metabolism, the byproducts of thinking, the work that the cells do. The cells, it's called respirate. What they do, it's called respirate. They take in stuff, they make something happen, and then they give out stuff. It's all called respiration. Doesn't mean breathing per se. It's not exactly the same thing. In the lungs, that's what it means, but other places. Come up into hands and knees. Move into downward dog. For a moment, just get the length of the back of the legs. Work on that. So far, we've done really good, like boat prep, strengthening the abs to elongate the spine, even when the legs were moving. We did this good side, inner, outer thigh, and oblique work. Just remembered what I forgot. One of the exercises I forgot. We're going to have to come back down. So we'll do that after 3 breaths. 2. Come all the way back down. I want you to return where we were, back to that side. Hey, we're all friends here. It's okay, right? Candace forgot something. We'll all get over it. Remember we had this leg folded behind? Remember we had this other leg out? We were lifting the leg. Hold it there. See, I forgot to hold it there. Bring the hand behind the head. This is where you twist the upper body. I'm going to say elbow to knee, but it's really about just lifting that lower leg and turning the upper body. So the reason I wanted to come back to this is that spinal rotation, moving the spine around, is not something you ever do. When you're watching yourself do things today, I know you get the laundry out of the wash, put it in the dryer, I don't know, what else do you do during the day? Lots of other things. You don't rotate very much. You may turn like 30, 40 degrees one direction to the other, but you don't twist your spine. So if we're going to get rid of the waist and restore the waist, the W-A-S-T-E, not the waist, W-A-I-S-T. We have to twist out and remove. So we restore that suppleness. 4. You've got this. Remember, you've been through much harder things than this. When you're done with that, I invite you to roll onto the belly. Let's do a couple of moving cobra stretches. Hands are somewhat wide, plugged into the floor, a little bit higher than the chest. As you inhale, liberate the spine, kind of inchworm the spine forward. But then as you exhale, pull the shoulder blades and elbows down and push the heart forward and up. Inhale as you roll down. Exhale as you push forward. Inhale down. So rolling is a good word. Just like when you roll out that little extra bit of toothpaste from the tube, right? We want to get every bit of oxygen in there. And we do that by getting every bit of, let's say, carbon dioxide out of there. So we're rolling the lungs, just like we're rolling something that we want to get the last little droplet out from. Remember that breath? It's a sniff through the nose, but the exhale through the mouth really collapses and compresses the spine, not the spine, the lungs. The spine's elongating. 3, moving fresh, oxygenated blood. 2, don't crunch the glutes or the shoulders. Then push back into child's pose. In a moment, we're going to come up and do what they consider bar movements. We're going to apply the Pilates principles to what they call bar. So if you have a bar, everybody has a ballet bar just, sitting around somewhere. Grab that. Come up, step 1 foot forward. Let's take a mini little stretch here before we do this though. So lean forward into a lunge. Yes. Maybe twist towards the knee, so turn the upper body. And then step back and step the other foot forward. So start out in a lunge, maybe evenly pressing forward. Maybe you stay here. And then maybe you twist your chest, like hug this front knee. So twist. Twist is like the magic word for supple spine, twist. Also supple internal organs. All right, let's begin to make our way up. So if you can, do it this way, where you lift the back knee and step the back foot a little forward, equally distribute your weight, and then push with the legs and grow up so that you're standing. Take a wideish stance with the legs turned out. Zip the core muscles inward, upward. Draw a string up through the heart, and then align the head a little bit back behind that. Leave the arms out wide, like you're opened up your chest. You're leaving that there. Then start with your plie. So try bending the knees and lifting back up. All right, press evenly into both soles of both feet, evenly through the toes. We talk about how yoga and Pilates return us to our toes, that we're walking around in shoes and sandals and doing these things, balancing, going up and down stairs. We're not really using our toes, so our toes forget what they're there for. They're not just there for the pedicure. They're there for other reasons. 3, 2, remember the breath. Before I made a big deal about the rhythm. Hold down, hold down, hold down. So now pulse down, little drop, drop. Be aware of those inner thighs. There's kind of a reason why we started with those inner thigh lifts, so that now you can feel those inner thighs. A lot of times when I say, feel the inner thigh or squeeze the inner thigh, you say, oh, I don't know where they are. So we'll pulse down 3, 1, 2, 3, but then come up. And as you come up, lean to one side, reach that arm up overhead, point the toe, and then come back down. So I'll pulse down 3. It's down, 2, 3, come up. Other side, lean up and over, stretch up and over. So it's down, 2, 3. Exhale up and over. So you're probably breathing faster than what we're doing here. I always start out super slow, because again, even though the rhythm matters, what really matters is that your mind is telling your abs. A towel just fell over there. Nobody was over there. I'm just gonna say, well, maybe the air conditioning made that towel fall. Things like that happen, You just go, what? How did that happen? Nobody's over there. Or are they? The mind is in control of the abs, Candace. 2, 3. Hold this one. Lean over onto that leg. So now you're balancing on one leg. Then that other leg lifts up and taps. Lift up and tap. Hey, we already did this today, Candace. We already did this when we were lying on our side, and we're doing it again. Sometimes my themes, they all kind of weave together, and you begin to see the pattern. There's a method here. But now we've added in the element of balance. 3, 2, Come back, down, hold, then lift up to the other side. So balance on one leg, yes. Shift, hold, then this back leg lifts and taps down. Control. Remember, when we're on the ground, I made a big deal about holding the spine in place with the abs and that stillness. Same thing, it's still a big deal. It's just harder to do. So notice front to back. Are you sort of tipping? Are you hunching forward? Even if you have a bar, you have something that you can hold on to, that's fine, as long as your arm is doing the finding that thing, not your whole body. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to plie. Down. Now heel lifts. Heel lifts. When your heel lifts, where does your body weight go? It's not a philosophical trick question. I just mean, what part of your ball mound toes are taking the weight? It wasn't a trick question. Practice scooping. Practice aligning. Remember I said you're multiplanar? So when you're lifting up, are you sort of tipping forward? Keep everything in a straight plane as much as possible. 4, 3, 2. Leave the elbows. These are called heels. Leave the heels up. Take the arms out in front and try twisting the upper body. Twist. That is one of the first things we did. Twist. Twist. 3, 2, and come all the way out of this. Balance on one leg. Hold on to your bar and lift one leg and stir the ankle around. Stir the other way. Point and flex. Bring that knee up, twist towards that knee, maybe bring your hand to the side. We do this when we sit, right? We do this all the time when we sit. Take that twist. It's okay to hold on. It is absolutely okay to hold on. And come down. Let's try again, other side. Lift the foot and stir. And the other way. Point and flex. Yes. Hold, bring the knee up, twist the upper body, maybe hold on to the hip and the knee. And come down. All right, let's do one sun salutation, because I know some of you love that. It's like not a class until we salute the sun. Thumbs to heart, circle up as you inhale. Exhale, greet the sun, look up at it, and then forward fold. Step back into a plank pose. Lower all the way down. Rise up into a cobra stretch. We practiced that before. Come down. Push up and back into a downward dog and hold. Compare this downward dog to the one we did 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. Check in on your circulation, your suppleness. Spin the head of the arm bones out, but press the thumbs down, like you're spinning your hands in. Come down to the knees. Let's take another twist. One hand center, twist the chest open in one direction. So widen the chest up to the sky. Then dive that hand through and to thread the needle. Take the back of the shoulder to the floor, and this arm that's on the floor, the one that's threaded underneath you, push it into the floor hard. Ooh. Then relax it, and then kind of sink into the shoulder, kind of like collapse. Come back up. Let's switch to the other side. One hand center. Twist the chest open, maybe unfurl the arm, but really just widen the chest. Remember, twisting. It's really the key to removing the plaque, the buildup of waste products. Now thread the needle, take the arm under. Oh, you're so good. Come to the back of the shoulder. Once you get there, the arm that's on the floor, push it down into the floor. Push. Good, then relax it. And then collapse. Kind of let your body weight soak into the shoulder. Compression can be a good thing. It can be a good thing. Sometimes the tension that builds up in muscles, it got there because of a variety of physical and mental reasons. But squeezing it releases that tension regardless of how that tension got there. And so that's why when you get a massage or a good stretch, you go, oh, I feel so much better. You don't say, my muscle feels stretched. You say, I feel. It's an emotion you're feeling. All right, come around into a seated pose. If you have the band, the stretchy band, the elastic band, grab that. If it's the kind that you can wrap around your feet, like a rowing machine, do that. If none of those, then just pretend. Put your imagination cap on. Hold the end of the band, kind of like a microphone. The end is coming out the thumb side. And then we're going to practice rolling back. And then rolling up. You can do a bicep curl to help yourself come up. But remember what rolling does. It removes the waste from the lungs, rejuvenates, and rehydrates the spine. So rolling and twisting, just like our favorite music, you do your music and you dance around your living room. You're getting rid of those old things you've been holding on to, those thoughts and worries and fears, and taking some new fresh breath. Now make sure you're not rolling your neck or rolling your head or rolling your ankle. There's some things we don't roll. And there's definitely the spine and the lungs we do want to roll. So you can bicep curl these arms. You can choke down, choke up, I guess, to make this a tighter band. But keep elongating the spine, especially on your way down, but also on your way up. Keep holding your spine with the stability created by the control of your mind. Remember, your mind is always the thing that creates the patterns of movement for the body. I'm going to count to 3. And I'm always counting exhales. 2. Always elongate the spine. And 1. And then make your way down to the back. Hug one knee in. Stretch the other leg out. Take a deep breath in. Good. Let it go. And then switch legs. Deep breath in. Let it go. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Bring both feet to the floor and then rock the knees side to side. Like you're inching your spine longer. So maybe my hips are crawling or walking a little bit away from the shoulders and the neck. Maybe turn the head one side to the other. And then make this movement smaller and a little smaller. And then float your way into Shavasana. Stretch out. When you're ready, close your eyes. And release down. All that's left now is reuniting the mind and body in peace. Soften your feet. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Kind of pause and feel the effect of your practice and that breath in your mind. A rebalancing of all of those neurochemicals. And a settling into peace. Begin to make your way onto your side. Slowly open your eyes. And then push all the way up. And come back up. And so when you come up, reunite the anger to the spine. Remember that supple spine. Inhale and stretch up. And exhale, scoop all that back in to the oneness that is you. Thank you. Nice work today, everyone.